Please stand by. Good afternoon, everybody. It's time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Spokane Steve with you. I'm going to grab my coffee. We'll go over this game and get it underway. All right. We move into the merry month of May on the schedule, May 1st, 1966. We're going to start off with the two highest scoring teams in the National League so far, the Houston Astros at the Atlanta Braves. The Braves come in leading the league in runs scored with 92, the Astros in second with 88. And as we've already seen in the first two games of this series, they split the first two games, by the way. These teams can score runs in bunches. Lefty Mike Cuellar will be on the mound for Houston, righty Tony Cloninger for Atlanta. Atlanta comes in 5 games out of first place, Houston 3 games out. And welcome to Jack Brooks, coming in from matzo ball soup, Long Island. Just finished a bowl of matzo ball soup and now ready for Steve Aquilung, Strat-O-Matic Baseball. But let's get to the particulars here. Cuellar had a fine season, 2.22 earned run average over 28 starts. 227 innings. Cloninger not quite as good, but a decent 4.12. He was 14 and 11. 38 starts, A workhorse for Atlanta with 258 innings. Let's check their numbers in the replay so far. Where is Cuellar? Cuellar has been in 6 ball games this season. Only 1 start, though. This is only his second start. He comes in 1-1 with a 4.32 ERA. 16 2/3 innings, 15 hits allowed, 10 strikeouts. For Cloninger, 1-3, 4 starts, 1 relief appearance, a 3.86 ERA, 28 innings, 28 hits, 21 strikeouts. And welcome, Kenyon Gray. How's it going? Glad to have you, sir. Well, it should be, and as I mentioned previously, these are the top 2 scoring teams in the league at the moment. So I kind of expect some fireworks today, offensively. Let's get to the starting lineups. For Houston, it'll be Joe Morgan leading off at second base. Sonny Jackson is at shortstop. Jimmy Wynn in center field hits third. Jim Gentile at first base. Rusty Staub in right field bats fifth. Bob Aspromonte, the third baseman. Lee May is in left field. John Bateman will do the catching and hit 8th, and Cuellar batting 9th. So basically the same lineup for Houston they've been using for a while now. For Atlanta, Felipe Alou had his 16-game hitting streak snapped in the last game. He's in center field leading off. Frank Bowling is at second base again. Henry Aaron in right field bats third. Joe Torre, the catcher, bats fourth. Lee Thomas at first base. Rico Carty in left field. Eddie Matthews, the third baseman, batting seventh, and that alone speaks volumes for the depth of this Atlanta lineup. Dennis Menke, the shortstop, bats eighth. Cloninger, a good hitting pitcher, in the 9 spot. So we're just about ready to go here. A little coffee. Kind of easing into it. Checking the screen. Framing looks pretty good. Okay. And Atlanta takes the field. Bobby Brangan has announced that, at least temporarily, Clay Carroll has lost the closer job. When asked how he's going to approach the late innings, he said he was going to go with a committee of Chichi Olivo and Billy O'Dell, and hard to blame him. Carroll this season has been terrible. In 6 games, 0-2 with an 8.00 ERA, 16 hits allowed in 9 innings of work. He has 1 save. So Cloninger's ready to go as Joe Morgan stands in. Morgan comes in batting .269, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. More importantly for Morgan is getting on base. 17 walks leads the league, and 17 runs scored among the league leaders. So Cloninger gets his sign now from Torrey. Here's the windup. The pitch to Little Joe, a 5-7 to the left-hander. It's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Bowling, a 3E16. Bowling behind the bag. Here's the play. On a 13, Bowling has it, turns and fires, 1 away. So nice play, Frank Bowling, and we are underway. That'll bring up Sonny Jackson. Jackson comes in hitting .315, no home runs, 2 RBIs. He's scored 13 times in the 2 spot. Cloninger the windup. Pitch to Jackson, a 4-5 to the lefty. It's a fly ball into center field. Routine for Felipe Alou, and there's 2 down. And with 2 outs, it'll be Jimmy Wynn. Wynn tied for the National League RBI lead with 18. 6 home runs, 18 RBIs. Also comes in leading the team in batting at a crisp .362. So Jimmy Wynn off to a marvelous start this season. Cloninger gets his sign. The windup in the pitch, a 6-3 to the righty. Base hit into right field. Jimmy Wynn lines a single into right, and his hot hitting ways continue. He's a star 15 stealer. Cloninger a +1, Torrey is 0. So a 16, he'll have to be held on. That would make him a 1-14, and here's Gentile now. Gentile comes in hitting .269, no home runs and 9 RBIs. Cloninger from the stretch. It's a 5-9 to the left-hander. Fly ball into center field. That's a Lou. Few steps to his right and puts it away to retire the side. So no runs, a hit, 1 left. After half an inning, it is Astros, nothing Braves coming to bat. And Yankee Bob's here. Welcome, Bob. And thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we made it to May. Long way to go still. But I'm loving it, I got to tell you. Felipe Alou will lead things off for the Braves. Alou comes in batting .341 on the season, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, and I should mention he has 7 doubles and 5 triples. So 14 extra base hits for Alou. Cuellar ready to work now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Alou. A 5-4 to the right-hander is a grounder to third base X. That's Aspromonte, a 2E18. Aspromonte ranges to his left. On a 3, diving stop, up with it, throws across. Holy crap, what a play by Bob Aspromonte. It's a web gem. And Alou can't believe it. Yeah, this has really turned out to be a great season to do this with as well, Bob. Bowling's only played in 8 games. He comes in with a .286 average, 8 for 28, no homers, 4 RBIs. Cuellar the windup now. Here's the pitch to Bowling. A 2-7 against the lefty is a tapper down to third. That's Aspromonte again. He's got it, throws him out, 2 away. Here comes Henry Aaron. Aaron, of course, among the home run leaders, tied for second in the league with 6 home runs, 14 RBIs, but he's only batting .203. So I would expect that to improve. As Cuellar comes set, here's the windup and the pitch to Henry Aaron. On a 6-8 to the righty, it's a fly ball into center field. That's playable for Jimmy Wynn. He's got it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mike Cuellar. And after 1 inning complete, it is scoreless. Scoreless ball game. Just getting started here. Grab a comfortable seat and spend an hour or so with me. I can't seem to get this. Trying to use 2 laptops at the same time here. Bear with me. Okay. Cloninger ready to work as we go to the second. Staub, Aspromonte, and May do up. Rusty Staub comes into the game hitting .317, no home runs but 13 RBIs, second on the ball club. Cloninger gets his sign. Here's the windup and the pitch to Staub. A 6-7 to the left-hander, and he walks him, ball 4. So Staub with the leadoff walk, 13 plus 1-0, 14, not a star stealer. And here comes Aspromonte. Aspromonte hitting .213, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Cloninger from the stretch now. There's the pitch to Aspromonte. That's a 4-8 to the right-hander. And he walks him. Holy cow, back-to-back walks by Cloninger here to open up the second. First and second, nobody out, and here's Lee May. May hitting .264, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Cloninger in a jam already, nobody out, first and second, from the stretch. The pitch to Lee May, a 6-8 to the left-hander, swung on and missed strike 3, and down goes May. 1 away, and the batter will be Bateman, John Bateman, the catcher. He comes in hitting .235, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Cloninger from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bateman. That's going to be a 4-9 right-handed fly ball into right field. That's Hank Aaron. Easy play for Hammer and Hank, and there's 2 down. And that'll bring up Cuellar. Cuellar, a left-handed batter. 1 hitter's card, but with end power. Here's the pitch from Cloninger. That's going to be a 6-5 to the lefty. Oh my God, high fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Aaron, it's gone. Mike Cuellar has just hit a home run. A 3-run blast with 2 away. Let's take another look. I can't believe it myself. 1N left-handed hitter. 6-5. Sure enough, Mike Cuellar with a 3-run home run. Holy crap, what do you know about that? And just like that, it's 3-0 Houston. And greetings, Kenyon Gray. Well, I already said that, didn't I? Anyway, Kenyon points out, yes, Mike Cuellar, one of the best screwballs in baseball history. I didn't know that, Bob. Let me put something in there so I can see that. Oh, sure he was. You know, Bob, I think it is, actually. I'm not positive, but I can't remember another one. Certainly, you guys can tell I was stunned by it. Mike Cuellar with a 3-run home run, and here's Morgan. Holy cow, Cloninger winds and deals on a 2-9 right-handed tapper down to second base. That's going to be bowling. He's got it, throws Morgan out to end the inning. But the Astros strike for 3 runs on a 3-run Mike Cuellar home run. And they take a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the second. So as we go to the bottom of the second, Cuellar staked to a 3-run lead, mostly by himself, because I couldn't resist. It's going to be Torrey, Thomas, and Carty for Atlanta. Torrey comes in leading the club in batting at .393, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Cuellar gets the sign from Bateman now. They lined up with the pitch to Joe Torre, a .310 against the left-hander. Deep fly ball to left field. Backing up is May, and he's there just shy of the track to put it away. And I do not know what happened to my voice. I had it this morning. Here's Lee Thomas now. Thomas comes in hitting just .205, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, left on left. Pitch from Cuellar, a 2-4. It's a tapper down to third base. That's Strat-O-Matic. He's been busy down there today as he scoops it up and throws him out. 2 away quickly, and here's Rico Carty. Carty hitting .393, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Cuellar into the windup now. Pitch to Rico Carty, a 6-11 to the righty, is a fly to right field X. That's going to be Staub, a 3-13. Staub ranging to the gap, and here's the play on a 3. He's not going to get it. It's down for a base hit. A 2-out single by Rico Carty. And that'll bring up Eddie Matthews. Matthews comes in .250. Batting .250, I should say. 15 for 60. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Left on left now from the stretch. The pitch, 5'9" left-handed, swung on and missed strike 3, and that will end the inning. No runs to hit, 1 left. We've completed 2, and it's 3-0 Astros. The Astros, I'd have to say, have been a very surprising team so far. Let me look at their, I'm going to pull up the league standings once more. Well, they're really not that far off from real life. They came into the game 10-8. In real life at this point, they were 9-9, but finished 72-90 in real life. And no, Kenyon, you are not nuts. That's the guy, Tony Cloninger. The only pitcher in history to have 2 grand slams in 1 game. It'll be Jackson, Wynn, and Gentile for Houston. Sonny Jackson flew to center his first time up. Cloninger, the windup and the pitch to Jackson is a 2-6. Base hit into left field. Jackson reaches out and strokes one the other way. And Jackson, with his great wheels, is aboard to lead off the third. 19 plus 120, held on, he's in 18. And as Jimmy Wynn stands to the plate, he's going to try for that lead. 2 through 5, 11, 12. It's a 4, he's got it, here he goes. Torrey's throw, 1 to 18, he's stolen it. So stolen base for Sonny Jackson. And let's look that up. I believe that's his 3rd. It is. That's his 3rd stolen base of the season. And here's the next pitch to Jimmy Wynn. On a 5-7 to the righty, a grounder to second base X. That's bowling, a 3-16. We'll see if they stayed out of the double play with that steal. Here's the play on a 4. It's a base hit, 1 star. Bowling couldn't get it. Jackson will hold up at 3rd. Runners at the corners now. Wynn will have to be held on as Gentile steps to the plate. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. The Braves will be at double play depth, still early in the ball game. Here's the pitch to Gentile. A 5-12 to the lefty, swung on and missed strike 3, and down goes Gentile. That's a big out with runners at the corners and nobody out. And here's Staub, walked his first time up. Double play depth for the infield. Cloninger trying to get out of a jam in the third. He already trails by 3. From the stretch, the pitch to Rusty Staub on a 3-12. He lines it to second base. Bowling has it, fires back to first, and they've got win. Line out to the max, and that'll end the inning. Wow, that was exciting. No runs, 2 hits, a man left. Cloninger gets out of the jam thanks to a hell of a grab by Frank Bowling. And it's still 3-0. It'll be Menke, Cloninger, and Alou for Atlanta in the bottom of the inning. Menke comes in hitting .297, 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. So far, the league's best offensive shortstop. Notice I didn't mention his defense there with the .438. So here's Menke now. Cuellar gets a sign from Bateman. Pitched to Dennis Menke, a 2-9. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Cuellar, and here's Cloninger now. Cloninger a 7 with end power, a right-handed batter. Cuellar into the windup. The pitch to Cloninger on a 2-8, swung on and missed strike 3. That's 3 Ks in a row for Mike Cuellar. Cloninger goes down swinging, and here's Felipe Alou. Alou was robbed of a base hit in the first inning on a magnificent play by Bob Aspromonte. Cuellar into the windup now. Pitch to Felipe, a 5-8, grounder to second base X. That's going to be Joe Morgan, a 3E30. Morgan to his left, clears the play on a 16. He's got it. Over to Gentile, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cuellar. We've played 3 here in Atlanta, and it is Houston 3, Atlanta nothing. This is, I'm looking up the park we're in, Atlanta Stadium. Yeah, I've done this before, deja vu. So is that the same as, does anyone know, is that the same thing as Atlanta Fulton County Stadium? Or did they move again? I would have to think it was the same. They were in Fulton County by the time I started really following the game. Thank you, Bob. It is. I thought so. As Cloninger gets ready to work the fourth, I'm going to enjoy a little bit of my coffee. It's almost a spring day in Spokane, 48, but overcast. I'll take it for February, you better believe it. It's Aspromonte, May, and Bateman due up for Houston. Aspromonte walked his first time up. He's put on a defensive display so far in the field. And here's the pitch from Cloninger. That's going to be a 4-6 to the right-hander. That's a double to 8 on a 17. He'll settle for a long single, and Aspromonte's aboard again. Aspromonte, not a threat to run. Leadoff single, and here's Lee May. Cloninger struck out May in the second. Cloninger gets his sign from Torrey now. From the stretch, pitch to Lee May on a 1-8. Liner right into the glove of Bowling. Oh my. Throws over to first, Aspromonte back in safely. And here's Bateman now with one away. Flew to right his first time up. Cloninger staring in now from the stretch. The pitch to Bateman, a 6-7 to the right-hander, and he walks him, ball 4. Cloninger's third walk issued this afternoon. Aspromonte will go down to second. And here comes Cuellar. Cuellar, the offensive star of the game so far. 3-run homer in the second. First and second, one away. He's a B bunter, in case you're wondering. Infield back. I should probably bunt here, but I can't resist. He's going to swing away. Cloninger's pitch on a 5-8, grounded to short. That's going to be 2. Menke to Bowling to Thomas, double play. 6-4-3, side retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 3-0. Cuellar is looking very good so far. He's only allowed 1 hit. It would seem intuitively that a left-hander would struggle against this predominantly right-handed Atlanta order. And welcome to Sports Time Machine. Glad to have you, sir. It'll be Bowling, Aaron, and Torrey for the Braves as we move to the bottom of the 4th. Frank Bowling grounded out to 3rd his first time up. Cuellar into the windup. Pitch to Bowling is a 5-7, swung on and missed strike 3. And Cuellar is starting to pile up some Ks now. That's his 4th. And here's Henry Aaron. Aaron flew out to center his first time up. What did I do now? Oh, goodness, Cuellar. Hang on, we've got an umpire review. May have to back this up. Okay, we have Cuellar up. It's a 5-8. And it's still, this is a grounder to second base, a double play. So instead of 6-4-3, that goes 4-6-3. The outcome is the same, and thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Want to be correct. Now, what did I do with Cuellar's card? There he is. Okay. One away, and here's Henry Aaron. So on review, ground ball to second rather than ground ball to short. Still a ground ball A. Bowling strikeout stands. And here's Aaron. Cuellar, the windup and the pitch. A 6-8 to the righty. Fly ball into center field once again. Wins right there. Aaron just got under it, and quickly there are 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. And here's Torrey. Flew to left his first time up. Cuellar, the windup and the pitch to Torrey is a 4-9 to the right-hander. Swung on and missed strike 3, and that's 5 Ks for Cuellar. 1, 2, 3 go the Braves in the 4th. We're through 4, and it's 3-0 Houston. Cloninger, S7 as far as fatigue goes. Cuellar an S8. The Astros will send up the top of the order in the 5th. That's going to be Morgan, Jackson, and Wynn. And welcome Keith. Keith Long is here. I just asked that question, Keith. That's funny. On Baseball Reference, it just says Atlanta Stadium. But it is. It's Atlanta, Fulton County. And another assist to Yankee Bob. And here's Morgan to lead things off. He's 0 for 2. Bounced to his opposite number twice. Cloninger the windup. Pitch to Little Joe, a 4-12 to the lefty. It's a base hit into left field. So Morgan's aboard. Morgan with great wheels. although not as great as he would become later. Still a star 15. 16 will have to be held on where he's a 1 through 14. He's going to try it. Here's the pitch to Jackson, 4, 6, or 12. On a 5, he's got it. 1 through 14, the pitch to Jackson. There goes Morgan. Torrey's throw. He's stolen it. So stolen base, Joe Morgan. And the Astros have shown they have no problem running on Cloninger. And here's the next pitch to Sonny Jackson. 6-6 to the lefty. That's going to be a single 2 stars. That'll drive in Morgan. He damn near got the double. Double to 1s, 2 star single. The roll is a 2. That's going to be an RBI single for Jackson. Morgan rounds. He'll come in to score, and it's 4-0. Jackson with great wheels. He's held on 1 to 18, and he's going to try for the lead. 2 through 5, 11 or 12. On a 10, he does not get the lead. Let's check his second number. 15 held 1 through 11. So that'll keep him anchored, and here's Jimmy Wynn. Nobody out. Cloninger from the stretch. The pitch to the toy cannon on a 6-8. Swung on and missed strike 3. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's Gentile now, 0 for 2. Jackson taking his lead. Cloninger a glance over there, now from the stretch. He comes to the plate, 5-9. Fly ball into center field. Felipe Alou backing up a bit. He'll make the catch, 2 down. And with 2 away, Rusty Staub will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Lined into a double play in the third. Cloninger from the stretch. 5-5 to the lefty is a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Menke. A 4E38, so nothing automatic here. Here's the play. On a 20, Menke's got it. Throws him out. Fine play, Dennis Menke to retire the side. One run, 2 hits, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-0 Astros. And the way Cuellar is looking today, it really feels like that's going to be plenty. I kind of expected more runs in this game. And I'm catching up on the chat now. Sorry for the dead air there. Sports Time Machine's doing a bunch of games, rolling some offline today. Can't roll a Yankee win to save my life, he says. And Keith Long's doing kind of a World Series round robin. We've got the 1911 A's, the 1924 Senators, the 1924 Monarchs, the 1927 Pirates and Yankees, the 1953 Dodgers, the 1954 Indians and Giants, 1968 Cardinals and Tigers, and the 1969 Mets and Orioles. That's a fine group of teams, Keith. Lee Thomas will start things off for Atlanta in the bottom of the 5th. He's 0 for 1. Left on left now. Cuellar the windup. Pitch to Lee. A 6-5 to the left-hander. Fly ball to center field. Jimmy Wynn's right there to make the catch. 1 down. And that'll bring up Rico Carty. Carty has the only hit for the Braves so far today. As Cuellar goes into his windup. Here's the pitch, a 3-5. Comebacker, Cuellar's got it. Over to Gentile. 2 outs. And Eddie Matthews will be the hitter. Matthews struck out his first time up. Cuellar into the windup now. On a 1-7, Matthews draws a walk. So a 2-out walk to Eddie Matthews. Excuse me. And Dennis Menke will be the hitter. Menke struck out his first time up. Cuellar from the stretch. Pitch to Menke, a 1-6. He walks in. Back-to-back walks issued by Cuellar here. And the batter will be Cloninger. And he's going to bat 7N righty. Cuellar from the stretch. The pitch to Tony Cloninger on a 5-7. He struck him out, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, 2 left. Through 5, it's Astros 4, Braves nothing. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to get some water. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, we'll see if that makes it a little better. I love my coffee, but it doesn't help your voice any. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to show you guys. Yesterday's game was so much fun, I had to print off the box score. I keep thinking I'm going to go in and change these team names. Redbirds and Gents. For some reason, I haven't got around to doing that yet. But it was a 1-0 game in 10 innings, in case you missed it. Larry Jaster and Bobby Bolin all the way. 10 innings apiece. A 2-hitter for Jaster, 3-hitter for Bolin. You can see Jaster lowered his ERA for the season to 1.42. Julian Javier knocked in the game's only run in the 10th inning. That was a great game. Here's the recap from Strat-O-Matic. Larry Jaster held San Francisco scoreless on just 2 hits as the St. Louis Redbirds topped the San Francisco Giants in 10 innings by a score of 1-0 at Candlestick Park. The score was a scoreless tie after 9. St. Louis won the hard-fought contest in the 10th inning. Charlie Smith delivered a 1-base hit. George Kernick followed next, and he singled. Julian Javier then hit a sacrifice fly, scoring the run. St. Louis had only 3 hits for the afternoon. Jaster pitched the gem of the game, Herman Franks recounted. He kept our hitters off balance the entire game. Sports Time Machine, yes I am. Yes sir. I didn't do it at first, but I went back and manually entered all of the past games. And we're caught up now. Probably the best thing I've done yet since starting this. And boy, Kenyon, you're not kidding. We've been privileged to see some fantastic pitching performances lately. Here's Cloninger now as we move along to the 6th. It's Aspromonte, May, and Bateman due up for Houston. Cloninger gets his sign from Torrey. Here's the windup, and the pitch to Aspromonte gets a 1-6, and he walks him. It's a leadoff walk, and Aspromonte has been on base all 3 times so far. 2 walks and a single. And here's Lee May now. May 0 for 2. Tony Cloninger from the stretch. 5-3 to the left-hander is a fly ball to left field X. That's going to be Cardi, a 4-10. Cardi racing towards the line with the roll on the play. On a 12 error rating, that's a 5. On an E10, a 5 is usually trouble, and it is. It's a 2-base error on Cardi. So E7, Aspromonte stops at third, first error of the game. And Cloninger is in trouble in the sixth. Action now in the Atlanta pen. I'm checking my Windows game for some other bullpen options. Throwing down there in the the Braves pen. What am I saying? Dick Kelly, the lefty, Arnie Umbach, the righty. And here's John Bateman. The Braves will have to pull the infield in here. Cloninger in a real jam. He already trails by 4. Here's the windup and the pitch to Bateman. A 1-7 grounder to shortstop. A with the infield in. Runners will hold. And that's the first out of the inning, and here's Cuellar. Infield remains in for Mike Cuellar, left-handed hitter. Cloninger's pitch, a 4-7 to the lefty, and he walks him to load the bases. And here comes Bobby Bragan, and he's seen enough. He can't get the pitcher out. That's a bad sign. So Cloninger's day is done. He ends up going 5 1/3. Seven hits. And the walks were really what killed him. He walked 2, 3, 4, 5. Struck out 2. He's allowed 4 runs so far, but the bases are loaded with 1 out, and they're all his. Joe Morgan due up, Sonny Jackson to follow. And here comes Umbach. Umbach pitched in this game in real life. And he's actually a good option for them in the short run, as he's an extreme backwards righty. That is to say, he's much better against lefties than righties. So with Morgan and Jackson due up, we'll see if Umbach can get out of this inning. Morgan standing in now, bases loaded, 1 away. Umbach, the windup. The pitch to Morgan, 3-5 against the righty. Grounder to first base, B. With the infield in, they're going to get the lead man out. Oh my goodness, what a break. So first base, that's going to go, we'll call it 3-5. Aspromonte's forced. May to third. Cuellar to second. And here's Sonny Jackson with 2 away. Bases still loaded. Umbach, the windup, the pitch to Sonny. 1-7, right-handed, fly to center field, playable for a Lou. And Umbach gets out of the jam. Holy cow. Umbach comes in, inherits a bases loaded, 1 out situation. And he gets out of it. No runs, no hits. They leave the sacks full. And, well, I'm not particularly rooting for either team. I'm happy with that outcome because we've still got a ball game. That'll probably be all for Umbach. Well, the 2 batters after a win are left-handed. We'll see how it plays out. Catching up on the chat now. That Giants team was great. I'm last in, oh, I missed something here. So Sports Time Machine, I'm trying to understand this. Are you in a keeper league? Is this a keeper league you're referring to? Said I'm last in the AL 214, was offered Don Aussie for Bobby Mercer, but didn't do it. Top of the order for the Braves as we go to the bottom of the sixth here. Felipe Alou, 0 for 2. Cuellar into his windup. Pitch to Felipe. 5-10 to the right-hander. Fly ball into left end, shallow. Here comes May, still coming. Finally does catch up with it and makes the catch for the out. And that'll bring up Bowling. Bowling 0 for 2. Cuellar, the sign from Bateman. Here's the windup. Pitch to Bowling, a 3-10. Base hit into right field. 1 out single for Frank Bowling. And here comes Henry Aaron. Aaron could get the Braves back into this with 1 swing of the bat. Cuellar being very deliberate now because he knows it too. And now from the stretch, the pitch to Henry Aaron. A 3-9. Grounder back to Cuellar. Cuellar down to second for 1. On to first. Double play. Oh my goodness. We're talking about a rally killer. 3-9 lefty. Grounder to the pitcher, A. And that'll end the inning. No runs a hit. No one left. Cuellar, a brilliant performance. And we might as well let Umbach come out for another inning, at least through Staub. Okay, here's the answer from Sports Time Machine. An alternate universe 1979 Yankees replay. Thurman Munson using his 78 card. He is not allowed to fly. Contract says he can't. Letting the PC, so you're using the trade function. That's interesting. I've never used that. How's that working out? Umbach did such a fine job. He's coming out again. Jimmy Wynn will lead things off. He's 2 for 3 today. As I continue to lose my voice, I apologize, guys. Doing the best I can. So wind up the pitch to the cannon, 1-3, base hit into right field, and Jimmy Wynn's aboard again. Jimmy Wynn 3 for 4 today. He continues to be hotter than blazing coals here. Umbach with a -3 hold, so there'll be no need to hold Wynn on. That makes him a 1-12. Here's Gentile now, 0 for 3. Pat Jarvis joins Dick Kelly in the Atlanta pen now. From the stretch, the pitch to Gentile. It's a 5-6. That's a grounder to first base. That's going to be a force play. Thomas has it down to Menke. Back to first, not in time. So Gentile aboard now. You can't get any slower. How many of you guys remember the game Gentile won late with a triple? It just came into my mind. That was a few weeks ago. Here's Staub now. Jarvis is ready to come in. From the stretch, that's a 1-11 grounder to third base. That's another force play. Matthews has it to Bowling, and that's all. And here comes Bobby Bragan, and he's going to bring in Jarvis. So Umbach 1 1/3, 1 hit. No walks, no Ks. And with all the right-handers coming up, it's going to be Pat Jarvis. Let's see what Jarvis has done in the replay while you take a glance at his card. Jarvis has been in 4 ball games, no record, a 1.13 earned run average, and 8 innings of work. Two down, and Bob Aspromonte will be the hitter. Here's the pitch from Jarvis on a 1-5. Pop-up, left side. Menke's there, and that'll do it. No runs to hit, 1 left. So we got the computer-only Umbach card into the game for a little while. He did a good job. The Braves trying to get off the deck against Mike Cuellar, who's been in complete command all game. He's only allowed 2 hits. It'll be Torrey, Thomas, and Carty. Cuellar the sign from Bateman. Now here's the pitch to Joe Torre. That's going to be a 1-6 against the left-hander. A fly to center field, playable. Jimmy wins there. 1 out. And here's Lee Thomas now. We really have to pinch hit for Thomas here in the 7th, don't we? I can't understand why he's even in the lineup. Look at his card against left-handers. Didn't they have a right-handed first baseman? Let me look at their roster on my Windows game for a second. You know, you could put Carty there, I suppose. Oh, I kind of see why he is in there now. Well, we're going to let Gene Oliver play first base. Oliver, backup catcher. In fact, he caught the other day. Let's see how he's done in the replay. I can't find him. There he is. No wonder I can't find him. He's been in 3 games. He's 0 for 6. Oliver looking for his first hit of the season. Here's the pitch from Cuellar. It's a 6-9 to the right. He grounded a shortstop X. That's going to be Jackson, 3E40. Here's the play. On a 14, he makes a fine play and throws Oliver out. Oliver a 4E25 at first, so not much worse than Thomas. And with 2 down, Rico Carty will be the hitter. Cuellar the pitch to Carty. It's a 4-3 against the righty. Base hit into left field. Rico Carty's 2 for 3. Yeah, that'll bring up Eddie Matthews. Left on left now, Cuellar from the stretch. For 7, single to 12, and look at that. On a 12, it's a 1-star single for Eddie Matthews. So first and second, 2 away, and here's Menke now. Cuellar in S8 for endurance, so no issues there. He's showing a little chink in his armor, though, here in the 7th. From the stretch now, the pitch to Dennis Menke. 2-8, struck him out. And down go the Braves in the 7th. No runs, 2 hits, they leave a pair. And Mike Cuellar continues to roll on. Pat Jarvis will come back out. It will be May, Bateman, and Cuellar in the 8th. Yep, win Triple Crown candidate early in the season. Very early. With all the walks on his card, he just doesn't really have the card to keep that kind of, to sustain that kind of batting average. But it's certainly been fun so far with that win card. Here's Lee May now. Jarvis will wind up. That's a 3-11 against the righty. Fly ball to right and deep. Aaron going back just shy of the track makes the catch. And the batter will be John Bateman. Bateman 0 for 2 with a walk. Jarvis into the windup. Pitch to Bateman, a 6-7 to the right-hander. Single to 15, but on an 18, that liner is going to find the glove of Eddie Matthews. And that's the second out here in the 8th. Cuellar, of course, will hit. Let me get a little drink of water again. Holy crap, maybe I should be playing morning games. My voice was fine before lunch. Cuellar 1 for 2 with a walk, a 3-run home run, the big blow in the game. The pitching star and the offensive star to this point. Pitch from Jarvis, a 6-10 against the left-hander, shallow fly into center. Alou is right there, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pat Jarvis. So the Atlanta bullpen has done a nice job, and I could add for a change after Cloninger has exited. We go to the bottom of the 8th, Houston on top, 4-0. And now we'll have a batter for Jarvis to lead things off. Dick Kelly will come on and pitch. Kelly, a left-hander. Jarvis goes 1 1/3. Let's see, Umbach came in there, so no runs for him. Jarvis retired all 4 batters to face him, no walks, no strikeouts. And now we'll have a batter for Jarvis. That's going to be Mike DeLahoz, who pinch hit in this game in real life. DeLahoz on the replay. He's pinch hit a few times. He's had 5 pinch hitting appearances. He's 2 for 5. So here's DeLahoz to lead off the 8th for Atlanta. Right-handed batter. Cuellar gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 5-11 to the righty. Grounder down to third base. Aspromonte has it. Throws him out 1 down. So DeLahoz retired. Here's Felipe Alou now. Cuellar. An absolutely dominant performance against the league's best offensive ball club. The windup and the pitch to Alou. A 3-10, and he hits him. Holy cow, Alou hit by the pitch, and that one just got away. Alou not a threat to run as Frank Bowling steps into the box. Cuellar from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Bowling. 6-7 to the right-hander. Grounder to short, and that's going to be 2. Jackson has it to Morgan, to Gentile, double play. And Atlanta's running out of time here. An absolutely dominant performance by Mike Cuellar. And as Kenyon said, once again, I have to reiterate, what a treat it's been to see some of these fine pitching performances. It'll be the top of the order for Houston in the 9th. Joe Morgan to lead things off. Joe's 1 for 4 today. Kelly, the lefty, ready to work now. He goes into his windup. The pitch to Morgan at 210 against the left-hander. A fly ball into left field. That's playable for Carty. 1 away. And welcome Matt Rockwood. Dick Kelly to Sonny Jackson now. Left on left. Jackson's 2 for 4 today. It's a 1-7 fly to right field. That's going to be playable for Aaron. He's right there, 2 down. And hotter than hell, Jimmy Wynn steps to the plate. 3 for 4. Came into the game hitting 362, and it's gone up. Kelly into the windup. It's a 4-10 to the righty. A grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Menke, a 4E38. Here's the play on a 12. That's the error rating. It's a 2 on a 38. The white dice is a 3. That's a grounder to shortstop. So a 1-2-3 inning for Kelly. 6-3X, and Menke's done a good job down there today. Let's see if we're going to make any changes for the Astros. Normally I take Lee May out. Dave Nicholson will come on and take over in left field for Lee May. He's a 3-11 -1. The rest of it looks good. Mike Cuellar going for the shutout now as we go to the bottom of the 9th. And there's Jimmy Jam. Jimmy, you missed a hell of a performance by Mike Cuellar today. He's looking for a shutout. Astros up 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Heart of the order for the Braves. Aaron, Torrey, and Oliver. If anybody gets on, Rico Carty. And thank you, Bob. Thanks for stopping in. Hank Aaron 0 for 3 today. Cuellar the sign from Bateman. The pitch to Henry Aaron on a 3-6. He struck him out. Oh my goodness, screwball. Aaron whiffed at it. And Cuellar closing with a flourish as Joe Torre steps to the plate. Stares in to get his sign now. The windup, the pitch to Torre. That's a 6-8 to the right-hander. Fly ball to center field. That's going to be playable for Jimmy Wynn. And the Braves are down to their last out. And that will be Gene Oliver, unless we can find someone better. Felix Mion, perhaps, but not really a significant improvement. It'll be Gene Oliver. Cuellar into the windup. The pitch to Oliver, a 1-7. He walks him. A 2-out walk to Gene Oliver. He came in to take over at first base. Pinch hit for Lee Thomas in the 7th. And Rico Carty will come to bat this inning. Runner on first, 2 down. Cuellar staring in now from the stretch. The pitch to Rico Carty, a 2-8. It's a 2-star single into left. Holy cow, and now one hit or walk will fatigue Cuellar. He's in danger of losing the shutout. Oliver goes into third, and Eddie Matthews will be the hitter. And now there's action in the Houston pen. Claude Raymond, the closer, getting loose down there. Runners at the corners, 2 away. 4-0 Astros. Eddie Matthews, the batter, left on left as Cuellar comes set and from the stretch. It's a 4-6, double to 1 on the 14. That's a 2-star single, and Cuellar loses the shutout. Oliver into score, RBI single for Matthews. Carty into third. It's 4-1, and Cuellar is fatigued. And Menke will be the tying run at the plate. Under different circumstances, I might let Cuellar go to one more batter. But he's going to call it a day. They've got to think about winning the ball game now. So Cuellar, 8 2/3. And here comes Claude Raymond. 16 saves in real life. On the season so far, he hasn't been very successful. He's 1-1 with 3 saves, but a 9 ERA. 8 innings of work and 13 hits allowed. That being said, he's the best they have. That's really the Achilles heel of this Houston ball club is their bullpen. And Claude Raymond's coming on now to face Dennis Menke with 2 outs in the 9th in a 4-1 ball game. Menke represents the tying run at the plate as Raymond comes set from the stretch. The pitch to Menke, a 5-9, swung on and missed strike 3, and that's the game. So sorry about Cuellar. But we've seen that a few times too. Pitcher so close to a complete game shutout and something happens. He just ran out of gas in the 9th. It's as simple as that. He gets the win. Improves to 2-1 on the season. Raymond picks up a save, his 3rd. Cloninger with the loss drops to 1-4. Cuellar in his 8 2/3 innings. Still only allowed 6 hits. He walked 3 and hit a batter. Struck out 8. Raymond faced 1 batter and struck him out. Kelly, a 1-2-3 9th for the Braves. So your totals on the ball game for the Astros: 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. For the Braves, 1 run on 6 hits, there was 1 error. Chief Spokane Gary, the player of the game has to be Mike Cuellar. Pitched a dominant game and hit the 3-run homer that was the difference. And that's your final from Atlanta. The Braves take the Astros take 2 out of 3 in the series. They improved to 11-8. The Braves dropped to 8-11. Tomorrow we have a doubleheader. California Angels at the Boston Red Sox. The first game will pit Jim McLaughlin of the Angels against Dick Stigman of the Red Sox. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. At 3 p.m., just less than an hour from now, I'm going to come on and do an update of my 1982 Windows replay if you're interested. A total different kind of thing for sure. But I thought it might be fun to take a look at that. So we're going to do that. I want to thank you guys all for hanging out with me this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the game. I'll try to get my voice back by 3. In the meantime, thanks once again, and have a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Take care now.